I'm Bullet Bill. Somebody shot me out of a gun, presumably. There's giant guns in the Mario universe. Oh shit. I can't be playing with Bullet Bill plushie. I forgot I have to make a review for the button mappers. Fuck. Uh, Glover? No, that's not. No. No, I can't even read Japanese. I don't even know what that is. Super Battle Tank? No, the world's not ready for. I need something. Cutting edge. This is the first review I'm doing for Game Talk tonight. I really want it to stand out. Perfect. The PlayStation 5. I'll review a game for the PlayStation 5, something new and cutting edge that I can play on it. Perfect. This is the perfect choice.
Miss Pac-Man, being played here on the PlayStation 5, is an arcade game that came out in the year 1982. It was a successor to Pac-Man. The classic Pac-Man, I know we've all played it. Miss Pac-Man was unique because, unlike other sequels, Miss Pac-Man wasn't originally developed by the original Pac-Man team. It was developed by a team at Midway. They made this as an unofficial game. Namco saw it, liked it, and turned it into the sequel to Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man is often seen as the superior of the original two games, and I can't fault people for thinking that way. And in some situations, I think the game is superior to the original Pac-Man. If you never played Pac-Man before, the goal is to clear the screen of all of the dots. You're gonna munch all the dots. Miss Pac-Man's there, she's naked, she's got a bowl, and she's gonna eat all those balls. Gobble them balls, Miss Pac-Man. And there's some ghosts, 4 ghosts in particular, that are trying to stop you on your way. What made Pac-Man special was the way that it used AI and its technology to have the ghosts kind of chase you around the maze. So in the original Pac-Man game, like Blinky would the red one, Blinky would follow behind you. Inky, the blue one, I believe, would like try to veer to the left usually. Pinky tries to get out in front of you, and Clyde, the orange one, is just a random asshole. And this game kind of follows the same AI formula when it comes to the ghosts. What makes Miss Pac-Man, I think, better and more unique than the original Pac-Man in a lot of ways is the fact that it's, for one, a faster game, I feel, than the original. And also, it actually has, like, level variation. There are many different sets of levels to go through, which I think, kind of pushes you to see more. In the original Pac-Man, having the one maze can be a little tiring after a while. You're just going for the high score, but just seeing the same thing over and over. Miss Pac-Man is cool because you do get some variety. Now, there are some weird issues when it comes to the copyright for Miss Pac-Man. Recently, I've been playing a lot of different Pac-Man games, and you don't see re-releases of Miss Pac-Man. In fact, this one here that I'm playing on PS5, which was actually a PS4 release, I believe this is the last official re-release of Miss Pac-Man. Don't quote me to that. There might have been like a mobile game or something. Because Miss Pac-Man was never truly owned by Namco. It was owned by a different company. I forgot what the company was called, but it was basically the people that made that like Pac-Man ROM hack, basically. GCC Group. They agreed to give the rights to Midway in exchange for royalty payments, and then Midway licensed it through Namco. So there's many different hoops to Miss Pac-Man, and there's a bunch of issues with the character right now. Which is interesting. A game as simple as Miss Pac-Man has this much dispute. So, Miss Pac-Man right now is actually owned by At Games, the shitty company that makes those little plug-and-play handhelds you see at, like, CVS and stuff. They own Miss Pac-Man because they bought the rights and the royalties through GCC Group. And, for years, those royalties were just kind of up in the air of like who actually owned Miss Pac-Man, and nobody really stepped forward. So Namco continued to use her, even gave her like another game during the PS1 era. But At Games actively like stops them from using the characters, and what I find this to be hilarious. Instead of paying At Games for the right to use Miss Pac-Man again, they just erased her. They just, if you play like the new Pac-Man Museum Plus that came out in 2022, or like the Pac-Man World Repack, they just erased Miss Pac-Man and they replaced her with Pac-Mom, and that is the funniest thing that I've ever seen a major video game publisher do. Bandai Namco said, "Fuck you, At Games. We're not paying for the character that we should already own. We're just gonna put Pac-Mom in the games." So that is hilarious. You know, and it's sad because, you know, outside of those like one-up arcade cabinets, which cost like $300, we're never going to see a modern, you know, re-release of Miss Pac-Man on console again, unless like At Games or somebody really wants to go through the, you know, the ringer to try to bring that to the consoles. So this could be the last time we see Miss Pac-Man. It's a great game. I grew up playing it with my parents. They love this game to pieces. I've never been that good at it, but every time I play Miss Pac-Man, I have a lot of fun, and I try to, you know, make new, you know, come up with new strategies to get the high score. Fantastic game. I love this game. Is it the best game on PlayStation 5? Probably.